This video is basically about my ideas that I think would help my town as far as economically, because in this area and many parts of Alabama as well as other states, there is a very big problem with the economy, with jobs. One of the biggest problems seems to be that many of the governesses of small towns do not want companies that pay well to come into those towns. Instead, they want to keep the wages low, because many of those people that are on, like, the city council and different governesses of said towns, they own companies themselves, and they do not want to pay high wages. So, and they don't want any competition. See, if companies don't have competition and they pay low wages, then that works out well for them, because they know they can get away with paying low wages, and they know that workers will stay at those places because there's not really many other jobs available for those people, so they're stuck with that low paying job. No matter how bad it puts them in a financial condition, they have no other option except to work there. Whereas if you put competition, companies that pay $10 or more an hour, which I would love to see more of those companies come into my area. I've noticed a few that have come in the last few years, but there needs to be more. That way it will give more of these low-paying companies that have been here for many years, that have continued to pay low wages, that just still stay stuck in that mode. It would give them some competition and make them, or basically force them to have to pay their employees a decent wage. They've been getting away with it for too long. I think it's far too long. I think that needs to stop. So I think the best way to stop that is bring in other companies and give the average worker out there more options, so that if the old company that's been here for a long time doesn't offer more money, they can say, okay, goodbye, and go on to something better. Having said that, I would love to see more manufacturing companies come into this area, because I think, especially companies, say like sewing plants. We used to have like a few sewing plants in this town, but when all that, after like 1994 and after, that kind of went down the drain. Those places left and went overseas. I would love to see those come back. I would really, really love to see an uptick in American views, and more companies let go of their greed and realize that, if they love America so much, keep it built up and keep people in jobs. That's the best way to do it. Overseas is not the answer. I mean, that's how I feel. Take away your little greediness and have a heart. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, I would love to see, sewing plants, maybe candy manufacturers come here, toy manufacturers, companies that offer something for everybody, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because, there's a lot of people in this area, more people than, is realized. It's like the population in this area has, like, oh my goodness, quadrupled or more. I mean, it's just unreal at how big the population of just this town that I live in has gotten, but the jobs just aren't really there. So people are having to go to surrounding areas in order to get good jobs. But yeah, I would love to see more things like that come in this area. When I say sewing plants, it could be anything from shirts to pants to even stuffed animals, socks, or any combination of those things would be good. When I say candy manufacturers, naturally, I mean, that means anything from lollipops to chocolate to gummy bears. Anything within that range, I'm sure, would be welcome in this area, because who wouldn't want to work for a candy manufacturer? I mean, come on. That would be so awesome. As for toys, I mean, my goodness, plastic manufacturers, doll manufacturers, stuffed animal manufacturers. I mean, people would love that. Those would be very welcome things for this area. Also, I think this area could benefit from different types of warehouses or distribution centers, such as book warehouses. I mean, that would be nice. And, or even a warehouse that distributes, different kinds of items, several different kinds of items, from some big company, say like Amazon, or, I'm just throwing names out there, but just, something like that. Just something where people can enjoy going into work and just looking and gathering up what needs to be shipped out and get it together to be shipped out. I mean, I think people would really like a job like that. So those would be good jobs for this area. Other ideas that fall into the entertainment area would be a big inside shopping mall that offers different features within it. Inside movie theater, a big playground or park downtown that offers, various playground equipment, and like a bowling alley or some type of activity within that area. When I say an inside shopping mall, like a big mall, I mean something that offers something for just about anybody, with a lot of great shops inside, to where no matter what the weather is outside, it's nice inside and you can walk around and enjoy yourself, especially if they offer different attractions and different features that would keep people's attention, and something that entertains. People use their creativity. I think that would be wonderful, this area. I mean, there's like an inside shopping mall, like maybe 40 miles away. But other than that, there's nothing really nearby. And the one that's 40 miles away, bless their hearts, they've remodeled it quite a few times over the years, and it went from something that people enjoyed going to down to something not so good. I mean, it's just not what it used to be, and they've taken out a lot of the entertainment. It's just basically just certain little shops, and they're fixing to do away with things like Sears, anything related to that. It's going to be going, so you wonder, well, what are they going to replace that with? I mean, there's really no, in my opinion, somebody with any kind of imagination, it's gone. I mean, bless their hearts. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking, but anyway, that's a whole different thing. But I would like for people to really get on board with creativity and thinking in order to bring something like that in my particular town. I think that it would be wonderful. All you got to do is use your imagination. Okay, as for a park, there used to be a park downtown that had playground equipment and all that stuff, but they tore it down and put a senior center there, which I think was not a good idea at all. I don't know why they did that, but they did. Instead, there's supposedly a park like over across the 4-lane, way on the other side of town, away from any shopping or any real activity. That's where they've put like a park. It's just kind of spread out and sporadic and all that. And to me, it's just they use that for like the 4th of July and things like that. Well, I think they need to bring something back downtown that will bring the focus. If they want people to come downtown and shop downtown, which first of all, they need to offer more downtown, because what they offer is little to none and it's very expensive. So, I mean, to shop at these little outlet little things, oh gosh, they're very expensive. And the average person with the average low-paying job cannot afford the products. But anyway, I digress. But still, I think in order to bring more activity and maybe at least more grocery shopping and more other shopping, and maybe, people can build upon that, bring a park back downtown and make it open, or at least put it up. If you're going to put it near the 4-lane anywhere, put it up to where it's in public view, to where it is near shopping outlets, to where people can keep an eye. Like, you can keep an eye on your kids, and it's very open, to where if anything were to happen, that would be a safety issue, most likely someone would be able to see it and to stop it. So, put something in an open area and that will allow families and children to have a place to go, like on a Saturday or Sunday evening or something, and enjoy themselves, or even, during the week, a place to relax and to just be outside and enjoy yourself. I think that would be wonderful. That's what's really missing from my town these days. As for an inside movie theater, there used to be an old movie theater. I mean, the movie theater the building is still there, but they use it mostly for like gospel music and things like that. It's no longer used as a movie theater. It hasn't been for several years. There's been talk about turning it back into a movie theater, but that's been all talk. It's been, and the parking is bad. I mean, most people that do go to the gospel things, they have to park in a church parking lot across the street. The movie theater itself offers no real parking. So honestly, I think that probably it would be a good idea to, like, one of the shopping centers on the 4-lane, which is on the upper side of town, put an inside movie theater near one of those shopping outlets. I think that would be a good idea, because they have like big parking. There's certain areas that have like really big parking, and there's not that many shopping areas now, because so many things have moved in and out, to where the customer number is not really great. But if you put like a movie theater, an inside movie theater, somewhere within the outskirts of that parking lot, there would be more people. I mean, the parking lot is just perfect for that. There's plenty of room for people to park. So I think that would be a good idea, to have an inside movie theater on the area, to where, and have it an access road to where it's easy to get on and off the 4-lane. And I think that would attract more people, even from surrounding towns, is if you put it on the 4-lane. It would just be more of an attraction if it were put there instead of downtown. That's my opinion about that, because you'll attract more travelers if you're right there, right on the side of the main roadway, than you will if you're downtown. People have to hunt you down. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Okay. As for a bowling alley, or maybe an arcade, bring back some of the arcades that kids loved. Bring some more of those things back. If you do a bowling alley, I would suggest putting it maybe on the 4-lane, or even like if a big mall was created, put one inside that. That would be perfect. Just put it in an area to where it's seen by a lot of people, and it would attract people to come to it. So either inside a mall or on the side of the 4-lane somewhere, I think would be a big attraction. Because again, if you put it downtown, there's not going to be that much attraction, I think. And even I think if there was like a 2 or 3 or more story department store, oh, that would be so awesome. That would be a huge attraction for this area. Because, the idea of going up to different levels to look for stuff, people like that. I like that. Just be nice to shop around on this floor for a little while, and get in an elevator or go up some stairs and go to this other level and do some shopping. How cool would that be? That would be awesome. I think something like that. And then maybe have like on the roof, have like an open area, maybe like a picnic area, and have like some plants and some trees and things like that for people to just enjoy that type of thing, and be able to sit outside on the roof and look down upon the town I mean, how cool would that be? And maybe even in one of the areas on the roof, have it be like a little theater, and maybe have it be like for plays, things like that. Especially when have school plays or school events, things like that. Have kids come on field trips or different things, and have like a community theater, plays within that area. Oh, that would be so cool. I mean, kids would love to get off the bus, do a little shopping in the department store, and then go up on the roof and go watch a play. I mean, that would be kind of cool. I like that idea. Other ideas I have are some type of theme park, whether it be inside or out or both. I think that would be really cool for this area. It'd be something different. I think people would come from all around surrounding areas to come see it. Especially if you offer shows and just, rides and just different things. I know there was a proposal back about a year ago from this one company that proposed something for the shows area, and it never came to fruition. Instead, I think somehow or another something ended up unfolding. Well, it wouldn't hurt Russellville to get like a mini theme park. Nothing huge, but just something good enough to where it would entertain the average person, and it would bring more money into this area. I would love that idea. Maybe even something like stargazing, or some type of observation thing, like a dome or something with a big, huge magnifying glass that looks up into the stars. I think people would love something like that. I mean, there's just so many ideas. If people would just use their mind, that could bring entertainment as well as the average, working man's job into this area. But all they have to do is think about the economy, and think about, what would they want if they were in the average person's shoes. What kind of income would they like to make that's fair, that's not extravagant, that's fair? And I think $10 an hour is not asking for much, especially when most jobs around here just pay minimum wage. I mean, I really believe that more $10 or more an hour jobs do need to come into this area. But anyway, this is just my kooky ideas that I wanted to share with people out there, and just see what people thought about it.